Hello, and this is Reggie Podcaster. Welcome back to anyone that's listened before, and welcome to any new listeners. I do hope you had a good few days since I last done a podcast, and this one is going to be a reasonably short one because today in Cheltenham, if you don't already know, the new Monopoly board came out, and you're thinking, if you haven't heard about this, new Monopoly board? What new Monopoly board? Well, they've had one for the Millennium, they've got them for Arsenal, they've got them for Man United. They now have a Cheltenham Monopoly board. It has arrived, folks, and it has all the places that you know and love in Cheltenham. For those who don't know Cheltenham, it's places in Cheltenham like the Regent Arcade, the Queen's Hotel, the racecourse, the Cheltenham Racecourse. All these wonderful places are in place of the old classic Old Kent Road, Mayfair Park Lane, the train stations, all the usual places. The only two that I would say are the same or very similar is the Waterworks and Electric Company. They are just the Cheltenham Electric Company and Cheltenham Waterworks, from what I can see. So, I mean, there may very well be those companies, I don't know, but they're the ones that seem to have pretty much stayed the same. Obviously, the prices, as the game has changed over the years, have obviously changed. Instead of being £60 and £150 and 500 or 1,000, they're in the millions. But the principle of the game is exactly the same. But the board itself, very colourful. The centre is pictures of this wonderful area. And it is at the great cheap knockdown price of $24.99. So it's available at Amazon, WH Smith's, and other stores around the Cheltenham area, and of course around the world, I'm assuming. I mean, or Amazon, you can buy it anywhere in the world, but in stores across the country. So we looked at it today. We were thinking about buying one, but I mean, I know people at work today, but they had stacks and stacks and stacks of them in the stores, in Smith's and the Entertainer in town, in Cheltenham Town Centre. Now, I would have thought they'd have sold out very fast. I thought they'd have been a lot more popular. But I think what people are doing is what me and the wife did, which is we just actually looked at the board. In the Entertainer in town, by the way, folks, if you walk up to the Entertainer, which is up by Iceland, up that middle of town area, so not Iceland, up the top end of town, Iceland Way, they've actually got the board. I think it's the Entertainer, or is it the bookshop? No, it could be the bookstall. Sorry, my mistake. Not the Entertainer. It's a few doors down. It's the bookshop. What they called? I can't think what it's called now. But it's the big book. It's a bookshop that sells all kinds of books, and they do kids' toys and stuff. But they've got a window display, and in the middle of it is the board opened up, and you can see it. And me and the wife primarily just had a look. We've not bought it. It's a gimmick, obviously. I mean, Monopoly are probably one of the biggest games in the world. Board game, I mean, it's known worldwide. It's the board, I'd admit, the pictures are really, it looks great fun. But I mean, we don't really play board games. Just me and the wife. So we didn't buy it. I thought we might buy it, and we've decided not to. It looks lovely. Some of the choices, everyone will have their opinion. I'm surprised I'm semi-surprised the Queen's Hotel wasn't a higher level, but on the other hand, the two that were the big ones, and I'm not going to say it if you haven't seen it and spoil it, but the two that were, I can see why, because of what they are, but I will let you guys take a look. Obviously you can probably see it online, I imagine, by now, but it's a bit of fun. Now, one thing that I'm interested in, if anyone knows this, message me. Now, you can get me, either message me on Spreaker, as in this website, or get hold of me via Twitter, which is at Reggie Podcaster. I do Facebook, but I don't really do anything with Facebook. It's there just to put this on. The same with Tumblr and all the others. I do have a Pinterest account, which I do add bits to. Again, all Reggie podcasts. If you look at all of them and look for Reggie Podcaster, you'll probably find me on most of them. But my main one, if you want to find me, is Twitter. If you're on Twitter, please, you're most welcome, follow me. Depending on what you do and who you are, I may very well follow you back. Even if you're nothing to do with gardening, nothing to do with podcasting, you might just be Mr. Joe Blogs doing whatever. I may follow you back. I'll have a look at I'll have a look at your Twitter account, and if I look at things and think, oh, that looks a bit of fun, or you do things now and again, I might follow you. And of course, don't forget, folks, as promised, I did one before. When I reach 500 followers, I will list I was going to do all the people, but it would take too long. So what I'm doing is I've already done the list of the first or 300 nod. So I'm going to do the last 250 followers. So in other words, up to 500. So from 250 to the 500 will get listed on a podcast. So that's a bit of fun. I just go through all the names and nothing more, and a big thank you. So that's always good fun. So if you haven't looked for the Cheltenham Monopoly, you can find it on Amazon. They're selling it. W.H. Smith's. I was to say the Entertainer, my mistake, probably have got it. They may very well have it actually, but it's the bookshop. If you want to have a look, it's the bookshop by the Entertainer, and I can't for love and money think what it's called. So that's where you can see it if you're in Cheltenham. But if not, go online and you put Cheltenham Monopoly. I think you'll probably find hundreds of things about it because it's been like all over the place, I imagine. So that's really all I'm talking about today. I am going to pop down the allotment on Sunday, all being well, the weather's okay. I mean, tomorrow's supposed to be a little bit iffy around here, a bit of rain. But if it's not too bad, then I'll go Sunday. I want to plant my bulbs. I've got daffodils, crocuses and tulips, and clear a few bits of weeds. And I may even plant me broad beans and me peas. I might just do that. So I may even come. There's some pictures on Pinterest now. If you go to my Pinterest, Reg Lee Podcaster Pinterest, you'll see I've got my allotment board. You'll see you get different boards on that. You'll see I've got one called My Allotment, and that's all the pictures, as pretty much all of them, up from when I started to now. And I'll keep adding to that as and when I take pictures. And of course, I always do podcast as and when I do something different or something new. So you'll have pictures and verbal all the way through the different seasons. So we'll have a bit of fun with that. So I may be in touch tomorrow. It may be a few days. You never know. But until then, do take care. And from Reg Lee Podcaster, goodbye.